was the owner and founder of another network marketing company. And during that period of time, I was named as the Entrepreneur of the Year. And a friend of mine that knew Dr. Ideas introduced me with him. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what was his experience nor what he was doing in this part of the world. But that introduction absolutely changed my life forever. He was there because he was invited to an event with the French embassy. And after that event, the introduction happened in our offices. And we started talking, and I showed him what was our business, what were our products, why. He made me a very interesting question. I still remember that question. And he said, what do you want to achieve with this? Where do you want to be? And I said, well, first of all, I want to offer the best of the best quality and products in the world to our customers. I really believe in helping people. I really believe in serving people. And we want to create a global source of well-being that can last in the long term, that can last beyond my life. And said, well, I like your vision. I like what you want to achieve, but it's going to be difficult to do it with what you have, with the products that you have. The vehicle is not the correct one. And I was kind of amazed, but I said, okay, I'll listen to this man. I don't know him very well. I don't know him at all, but let's see what he says. So he started talking about nanotechnology, biotechnology, what he had been doing for many years on research, on development, on the type of the technologies that they have been developing for many, many years. And he said, what you have has no technology, has nothing, but you're trying to put some marketing into products that are just generic. And many MLMs, many network marketing companies today are still, and I'm amazed because of that, are still selling this type of products. In Japan, they will not have a chance in the market because Japanese are obsessed with anti-aging, on slowing aging, and they understand what the labels say in the products. So, because we have, a juice, a coffee, multivitamins, multiminerals, all these type of products. Same old, what I say, red ocean products. So he said, you should someday visit me in Japan and see it with your own eyes, what we have in the market. And I'll show you our manufacturing facilities, and I'll show you the market. So you really understand what I'm talking about. Because he asked me, have you ever been in Japan? I said, no. I've been in China, I've been in Indonesia, in Thailand, in that part of the world, but never in Japan. So that invitation was a friendly invitation, as we usually do with the people we like. But it made me, it resonated in me. And I said, well, let's get online and let's see if I find a flight to Tokyo. And I found one that was pretty affordable. And I said, what if I take this flight? What if I meet with this scientist in Japan and let's see what he has? Let's see if what he said is true. So it was just my intuition, because my logic was saying, don't go there, stop doing this, forget about it, and do something else. This is not for you. You should stop being so persistent and just change your activity. Do something else. So it took me just some minutes. It was not very long, and I decided to buy that flight. And I even took my wife. She was really happy. She loves to travel, and she was really happy to be with me in Japan. I said, we're going to go to Japan. She said, really? Let's go. I love it. And we took that flight. And I said to Dr. Ideas, I'll be in Tokyo. And I'm sure he didn't believe me. I'm sure he was not believing me at all. He was just saying, okay, I'll see you when you're here. And I was there 3 days after he arrived. Because when I met him in Mexico City, he was flying to Japan the next day, the day after. And I was there 3 days after him. So I arrived there, and immediately we connected. Immediately we started talking the same language. He has a very strong capacity to see the future. I confirmed that he was a really honest and serious and at the same time friendly human being, not a scientist. It's a great person. It's an amazing person, and together we have achieved some great things. And now we're very, very close friends. So a friendship started. For me, that's the most important part. A friendship started during this trip. And of course, then a company. But first, it was the personal side. And he also loved my wife. We have 3 full days together. I was like impressed because he's so busy, so busy. And suddenly one day, the evening before, he said, let's meet tomorrow to visit the fish market. It's a great place in Tokyo. We should go together, and I'll show you around. It was at 5 a.m. We woke up very early in the morning, and I saw him in jeans with a polo shirt. And I was like, oh, now this important scientist is a human being, and he's very friendly, and we're gonna have fun together. And that's what happened. We were the full day together, visiting many different places in Tokyo, and I loved it. And we had a great time together. He introduced us with his family, and then the friendship started. And for the whole trip we were there, I was not even thinking if we were going to be doing a business or something. I was just connecting and building a relationship with him. And at the end of that trip, I still remember that the day that we were flying back, he said, let's meet early in the morning because I want to talk with you. I want to tell you something. And I said, okay. And we met, and he said, let's do a business together. Let's start something. This is the technology. It's called Orisod. It comes from the olive leaves, the rosemary leaves. I already knew a little about it because we talked, and of course we discussed of the technologies that he had. He said, let's open something, and I suggest that you should close what you already built. We should start all over again from scratch. And that was shocking for me because for 7 years non-stop, I was full-time dedicated to this company, and that was losing money, but I was fully committed to being successful with it. During the flight back, I was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? Should I close the company and start all over again, or should I just add this new technology to our product portfolio? And I took the first decision. I took the first one in order to start again. It's not easy because your ego starts saying, no, what you're doing is the right thing, and you have been building a great brand, and what you have is great, and blah, blah, blah. It takes courage to say, okay, it was a great experience. I need to shut this down and start all over again. That was November 2009. And I set the date in February 27th of 2010 to start the company and to launch it. I just had 3 months and a half to do it, and to create a brand, to have a new product, to close the other business. We have more than 50 different products to do what it took to be ready. And we were ready. We were ready, and we were able to launch the company in February 27th of 2010. We decided in Japan that the Mexican market was going to be our first test market. He said, let's begin with Mexico. It's a difficult market. It is a lot of health problems there. We will prove you that our technology is the best in the world. We will prove you that what we have is what the customers are looking for. You'll see the quality, the advantage that we have versus all the other products. And if we compare the birth of our company with the other companies, we didn't have marketing at all. We didn't have the big budgets to market the product, to make a noise around it, not even to go after leaders, top leaders in this industry. We were just a network marketing company that was just starting up and that started growing organically, just with the people that believed in us. And that's how we started, in a small event, in a hotel meeting room with a bunch of people, a couple of hundreds. And we showed the technology, we showed the new brand, we showed that the products have a before and after 20 minutes of the intake of the product. We showed real science. And people got very excited. And they started talking, recommending the products. And they started feeling differently. And then the snowball started growing. But that's how the story began. And that's how we began the company. We're really blessed. We're really blessed. I think that what we have in our hands is for the long term. It's going to leave a legacy. It's going to change the rules. It's going to change people's lives forever. And even the name, the meaning of our Sanki brand, this brand has a more profound meaning. So I just started looking on the web and on Google, actually. And I said, what if I divide the word in syllables? Let's try what I find about son. And immediately, respect in Japanese. It was immediate. It was like shocking. And I said, yeah. I remember the Karate Kid movie where Mr. Miyagi was telling Daniel-san, because he started to respect him. So I said, yeah, how I didn't remember this. It's completely right. And then ki is human soul, spiritual energy. And the two syllables together are this respect for our human soul, for our essence as human beings. So it's a powerful name, and I didn't know, and the ones that proposed the name didn't even know about it. So for me, it was like, this is the signal that we are on the right path. We're on the right way, and this will be very successful in the long term. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of planning, and we will eventually attract the right people, the people that have this essence, that have this soul, that have this capacity to really want to serve people, to love each other, so that we can truly show the beauty that we have as a community, the beauty that we have as this global source of well-being. And that has been our inspiration and my personal inspiration for many years now, even many years before Sanki started. So that's who we are and where we are now.